Thanks for that great introduction, Elijah. I want you guys to imagine something. So you just woke up and you're getting ready to go to class. And you're in a rush because you hit snooze like 20 times, right? So you're trying to find your favorite pair of jeans, and you haven't worn them in a while, but they're going to fit. You put one leg in at a time, just like everyone else, and you're pulling them up, but they get stuck. So you're pulling and you're tugging, and you're jumping and you're squatting, whatever you can do to get these jeans on, and it's just not working. So you're frustrated and you take them off and you throw them in a corner. But you're not frustrated at the jeans for being too small. You're frustrated at yourself for being too big. Now I understand that this example might hit home with the girls in the class more than the guys. And for guys, you're trying to bulk up or gain more masculinity or be the man that society keeps telling you have to be. But we all have something about ourselves that we want to change. And it's important to recognize this, recognize we're not alone, and then look at it in a more positive light. If not for ourselves, then for the people that look up to us. All of you who answered the survey said that there's younger people that look up to you as a role model. And there might even be St. Ambrose students here that see you in that light as well. It's important to change out how we view about ourselves to lead by example. Deborah Moffat, editor of the website kidshealth.org, says, "We want to be a little more strategic with our feelings about our bodies and the messages we send our youth, because we know they're susceptible to go down that really painful road of depression and eating disorders." So in order for you to understand the importance of body image, I'm going to share a story with you about my 8-year-old sister, Mary. Now, Mary is the youngest in the family, so she's a little spoiled, but she's really sweet. She loves playing with our dog, she loves going outside and playing with the neighbors, and she will jump at the chance to hang out with me. I'm her oldest sister, so I'm one of her greatest role models. So when I asked her if she wanted to go shopping with me, she jumped at the chance. And we went to Goodwill because as college students, you don't have a lot of money to spend. But we're walking down the children's clothing section, and she pulls out this shirt that probably wouldn't fit a 12-month-old baby. Like it was really small. And she holds it up against herself. And she looks at me and says, "If I was as thin as Mom, I could fit into this shirt." Wow. I wasn't expecting that when I took her shopping. And I didn't know what to do, so I just took the shirt and said, "No, that's just too small," and I put it back on the rack. And we kept shopping. Here's a startling statistic from the National Eating Disorder Organization. By age 6, girls especially start to express concerns about their own weight or shape. And 81% of 10-year-olds are afraid of being fat. So at this point, we went to the dressing room together, and she had about 20 different things that she wanted to try on, and she was really excited. That is until she saw her reflection. Here she is, standing in front of the mirror shirtless, standing in front of the mirror in the merciless lights of the Goodwill dressing room. And she criticized herself, she critiqued herself, and she pinched the baby fat that was still collected around her waist. This is when she turned to me with those big blue eyes, almost in tears, and said, "Teresa, will I ever be as thin as you?" It was like getting hit by a train. Is that what I'm teaching her? To be thin? I try to reinforce that she's beautiful all the time, but it's difficult when you only go home on breaks or on the weekends. I did go home at the beginning of last winter break, and my younger brother Dylan had made cookies, so I got really excited and shoved like 5 of them in my mouth. But then Mary walked up and she said, "Why do you get cookies and I can't?" And Dylan said, "Because you're on a diet." So now my younger sister's on a diet, and I can see the wheels turning in her head. Teresa's thin, so she can eat cookies. Thin people can get what they want. I'm fat, so I can't. This is important to realize now. This is important to change now. Janet M. Liechty, a professor of social work and of medicine at the University of Illinois, says, "It doesn't just fade away or stop all of a sudden. Early detection of risk factors is key to preempting unhealthy behaviors." So we don't grow out of these thoughts and feelings like we do a pair of jeans. They haunt us for the rest of our lives. What can you do to help? Most of you said that you have sometimes felt uncomfortable or embarrassed in your own skin. Leanne Beatty, a health and motivation writer, introduced the power of positive self-talk, saying, "When your thoughts are negative, you're more likely to feel insecure and unmotivated." This can relate to how we think about our bodies. If you think negatively, you're going to feel insecure about yourself, and the people that look up to you are going to be able to see this. But if you think positively about yourself, they're going to see that too, and they're going to learn that it's more than okay to feel beautiful. Now that I have stepped out of the glance of my sister's desperate gaze, I've recognized that I too have felt uncomfortable or embarrassed in my own skin. I have focused a lot of energy on eating right or exercising, and I convinced myself it was because I wanted to be healthier, but my main motivation is to be thinner, to feel better about myself. Children can see this. My sister, your siblings, your cousins, your goddaughter, your godson, they recognize this and they adore you. So let's be positive role models about this today. Will I ever be as thin as you? It doesn't matter, because you're just as beautiful.